For all you chocolate lovers, I'm going to show you how to make an easy 4 ingredient chocolate fudge with nuts. Well, actually 5 ingredients if we also count salt. Super easy. First, you're going to get your tray where you're going to be cooling it down. I like to use a loaf, like a pound cake tray. I like my fudge a little bit thicker and taller, and we're gonna start with a big saucepan. Never underestimate the size of your saucepan. We're gonna add 150 milliliters of evaporated milk and a pinch of salt and then 350 gram of sugar, and we want the sugar to dissolve completely. If it doesn't, it will be grainy. Like sometimes if you bite into fudge and it's grainy, it's because the sugar did not dissolve completely. Now some people might like the extra crunch, but if you want to make like creamy fudge where your indentation marks are showing, then you want to make sure that your sugar melts completely and there's no like grain. You will feel the graininess with a silicone spatula like this. You want to keep stirring it for probably like 6 minutes until it comes to boil. Starts boiling, add chocolate. I'm using this IKEA chocolate, dark chocolate, and I'm adding 350 grams. It's about 3 pack and a tiny little bit. If you use just 3 packs and that tiny little bit, it's gonna be like 20 grams difference. It's fine. It's gonna come out just the same. Maybe not as solid, but the 20 grams doesn't make too much difference. I just had opened already another 4th pack, so I was able to get the 20 gram extra. Melt this on low heat. You do not want to burn chocolate. Burnt chocolate is absolutely disgusting. We want this to completely melt. Now, this is also going to take a couple minutes. We want it to melt slowly. I promise you, you do not want to eat this when it's burnt. It is going to be nasty. So it looks pretty good now. There's still little tiny bit of chunks, but it's okay because it's still hot, so it's still gonna melt. I'm adding about a cup of walnuts. You can also do hazelnuts. I want it to be like all over the place. If you want it to be majority nuts, then add more nuts. But if you just add a cup, it will be like a perfect amount of a little bit in every bite. So not too much nuts. But if you want more nuts, add more nuts. I went for walnuts because it's just easier to bite through. Like sometimes hazelnuts are really tough. I have sensitive teeth, so I go for the walnuts and then put it in my tray, and I like to rest it overnight. Also, I found some chunks like they were like stuck together in the middle, so I'm just adjusting it here. You can, it's totally fine. Everything is evenly, and I'm resting it for overnight. You can maybe get away with 8 hours or 4, 5, 6 hours of resting if it's like thinner. But if you're gonna take it to a party like a potluck, just do it overnight to be safe. And look how beautiful this is. That shiny oiliness is from the nuts because nuts are naturally oily. So I'm just gonna cut in little cubes, and this is pretty much done. It's ready to be eaten. Oh my goodness, it was so good. Look how beautiful it is. No graininess. It's soft, it's smooth. You have nuts in every bite, and look, my indentation is still right there, so that's how you know it's good fudge. If you have any friends who are chocolate lovers, make this for them. It's so cheap to make, only a few ingredients, and a lot easier to make than caramel based fudges, because there you have to like temper it to a specific Fahrenheit temperature and then cool it down, and then there's a lot more work to it. So chocolate fudges are the easiest, only a few ingredients. You might have everything at home. If not, then it's still super cheap to make, and it's so delicious. You can also add maybe some flavoring to it, some kind of extract if you want, but this is a perfect holiday snack